session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you? Okay. Take a deep breath. Exhale. A couple more breaths. You ready? Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So let me just start, sweetness, by just going over your energy here and just washing away the day. Anything, love, that you need to let go and just leave where it needs to be left. Let's do that. Let's just leave it there, sweetness. We're gonna take it and just remove it out. Remove it out, remove it out. My babies. And just move that energy like that. And so just allow me to remix your energy. That was kind of cheesy, whatever. Please allow me to move your energy. As you know, I am paid in smiles, so I better see those smiles. You know when you're a little kid and you take a picture? So let's just move this through. Okay. And pull out anything maybe taking up too much room, too much space. Don't need it. And just get you in a nice, centered, and balanced place and state. Okay. Now just breathe in and out. And I'll continue to work on your energy here. You just work on your breath. Finding that flow of positive, rejuvenating energy that's flowing in. Exhaling and releasing anything that needs to be let go. You know, you don't even have to label it. Just let it go. You don't gotta overanalyze it. You don't even gotta know what it is. Just let it go. If you don't want it, let it go. And remove that out. Okay, sweetness. Good job. So let's just move that through the energy, through the body. Washing, cleansing, and clearing away everything else. Breathing in and out. You did it. You're doing it. You're going to do it. You know, all of that. Okay, good job. Good job. Good job, sweetness. Good job. Okay, 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 okay. Lovely, 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 lovely energy. And breathing in through here. Just relaxing. Relaxing into this. Relaxing into this. Good job, good job, good job. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna go into the inner energy and just work on this building of love. Just laying a very beautiful, firm foundation. Exhale, release. We're removing anything that's taking up too much space that isn't for your highest vibrational good. It's not for you. You don't need it. You want to let it go. Let it go. So that it can grow. It's so funny that we might emotionally hoard. I call it energetically hoarding. Want to keep, don't want to let go, but yet want to invite things that are great for us. But at the same I'd let them go, okay? But that entire floor is piled up with stuff. But it's not until you remove all that shit on the ground that now you can see the floor and you can start to plant seeds of the future. And the sun can finally reach to the ground. And it's so interesting because during this time, when there's nothing there, the seeds are underneath, they're growing, but you can't see them, that people start freaking out because they feel like they have nothing. At least before, when they were hoarding all of these experiences, they convinced themselves they had something. Sweetness, if you really want love, if you really want happiness, if you really want to feel more in control of your life, you have to allow there to be a time of patience. You have to allow there to be a transitional time where you move everything out that no longer serves you, and you hold a clear space for who you're becoming to grow. And it's a part of your job each and every day to explore who are you becoming. You get to decide. It's not that everything is just laid out right in front of you and you just gotta follow the path. No. Instead, you get to decide each and every day how you want your day to be. You get to decide each and every year how you want your life to be. And when you can kind of get in control of that, understand that you are in control of your destiny, in control of your happiness, you start to look at your life differently. And the thing about that is, you start to outgrow a lot of situations, circumstances, and people. Ones that felt like, life is just happening to them, and just allowing things to happen to them without taking action. You have the power to take action. You have the power to co-create the life that you want. So why not do it? So just breathing in and out here, moving through this energy, moving through this experience, moving through this time. See yourself in full control of your life. See your life as something that you decide. And also understanding that you don't have to know everything before you go on the journey. That you trust yourself enough that as you are on and along the path, things will come to you when you need it. That sometimes things are just opportunities to open doors to get us to other places. So breathing through this, so going inside the inner energy and just allowing that to be what it needs to be. Let it move the way it needs to move. Let it shift the way it needs to shift. Finding yourself being playful with your energy and start to see your ability to move and manipulate your life as something more like an art. So as you're breathing in and out, I'm going to just work through different things. Removing that out. Releasing that. Letting it go. Surrendering to the path of whatever is important to you. And moving through there. And taking your energy and going in the direction that best suits you. That is for your highest healing and your ultimate happiness. That gives you balance, peace, wisdom, understanding. That puts a smile on your face. That brings in so much wisdom and happiness. And fill yourself with all of this energy just surrounding you. So I'm just going to work on the outside now as you are breathing through the inside. And on the outside, we're just going to take gentle movements here and just work through that. Work through that, work through that, work through that, work through that, work through that. You've had time to reflect on what is important to you and just keep going, because when you push past those moments, you start to do some really amazing stuff. And then you start to realize, like, how the fuck did I do this? You know, it's really magical. There's like, how did I do this? So that's the energy that is going and flowing within you. So own it. Be excited by it. Connect yourself to it. Never let go of all of those things that make you you. So let me just go on right here and just work through this. Just going through the different experiences that are within you and breathing in and out, releasing, relaxing, releasing, relaxing, releasing, relaxing, releasing, relaxing. Let it go, 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 let it go. Release it, let it go, release it, let it go, release it, let it go, release it, let it go. Surrender it onto its next path. Now, what do you want? Feel free to write it in the comment sections. What do you want? What is the love that you want in your life? What is the love? What is the love? What is the love? What is the love that you want in your life? What is the love that you want in your life? Let's just work through anything that needs to be removed here and recalibrated, reshifted, 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 recalibrated, reshifted. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good job, 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 good job. Just breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe. Breathe through it. Relax. Allow it to be. Allow it to connect you to your greatest self, your greatest energy, your greatest wisdom, your greatest knowledge, everything that is so beautiful within you. Allow it to connect it. Allow yourself to be freed by it, and allow your energy to go and flow in the direction, in the path, and the energy towards that direction. Well, family, you did a fantastic job, and I hope you enjoyed this session of building love. Remember, take care of yourself. Connect with yourself. Go after the things you want, and trust yourself that even if you don't know how to get there, you can get there. But fall in love with the path. Fall in love with the journey. But know where you want to go. Know where you want to go and enjoy the journey to get there. Okay, sweetness. Let's just move this through here. So as we all of this in the name of I am. Ashe. 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 So I'm gonna start by just taking a moment to read the aura. This might take a couple moments, so just relax, breathing in and out. person there, regardless of if you know them or not, is there to support you unconditionally. How would your life change if that is what you believed? Every person on the other side of the computer, every person on the other side of a phone, how would your life change? You can comment it in the comment section. How would your life change? What if you realized that everything that you were afraid of, nervous of, and insecure about was all just an illusion? An illusion of the mind. And that in fact the mind could create any life that you wanted. I'd be like, damn, what have I been doing? Let's go ahead and lift that veil so that you can now see life in the way that you want it, not being a victim of circumstances of the past, but being a leader of the life you want today and tomorrow. So as I remove this from your energy, you have the choice now to be in love with life, to be in love with this moment, to be in love with yourself. Do with it as you like, but I highly encourage you. Focus on that goal, that manifestation you have been working on, and allow it to be. Hold it in your heart, and don't be afraid to have expectations in this life. Things may have not turned out the way that you had wanted them to turn out in the past, but today you have complete freedom for tomorrow. Imagine if this time around, or that this time around, you finally get to a much beautiful, bigger, and greater goal. I'm going to remove the last bit of doubt in your mind, and I'm going to release it. And I'm going to send you some love, sweetness, my little sweetness. Here you are. Here you are. Here you are. Here you are. Okay, take that away. Take that away. I love you so much. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm so happy for you. And I know you can do it. So anything that's been going on, school, life, work, hobbies, passion, and you're switching in something new, health, money, family, friends, whatever it is, just know that I love you. And that deep inside, you love yourself. And that is more than enough. You are all of these things, and you deserve those exact things back, okay? Think of that love you were searching for, that love that just washes over you, kind of like the love of a parent or the love of a significant other, the love of family, the love of friend, whatever that is for you, allowing you to decide what that energy is, and allowing that to just be smoothed over your body, over your energy, and around your aura, okay? Around your aura. Good job. Good those gifts of self-understanding, with those gifts of abundance, you are entering into this new stage in your life where you have to trust in yourself more than you trust in anything else. And that is really going to lead you to any success that you want, whether that is love, whether that is life, whatever. But you have to trust in yourself beyond reason and feel that same connection with love. If you're looking for a romantic partnership, if you're looking for a significant other, a forever somebody, and that's what you really, truly, deeply want in your life, this is a moment to connect with your self-love. Make sure you are a reflection on the outside of what you want on the inside, because if you don't feel enough without someone, you are only going to attract someone in your life that still makes you feel like you are not enough. But if you feel whole in who you are, the person you attract will continue to build on that, and you all can both give each other that energy. If the love you're looking for comes from more like a family, a need of being accepted, a need of having a collective support, make sure you surround yourself only by those who are there for your and their vibrational good. There are some people who will look like they are your friend, but really in reality, they're just kind of there to use you up or allow you to play a role in their life. But, try to be around people with growth mentalities who are not afraid to grow, not afraid to change, as well as make sure in these communities that they allow you to grow and become a new and a different person as life expands for you. And when you win, that they celebrate your wins with you. That is that loving energy. And I think most importantly is the self-love. That understanding that within you there is something so much bigger and better than anything you could find outside of yourself. I think we've all been tricked into thinking that the best love is a love experienced outside of the self. I feel like the best love is the love you give to yourself, because if you're sweet and compassionate to yourself, you will never let somebody treat you bad. It is so hard to really be there for yourself because there's all of these uncertain things that come up in life, and the easiest person to pick on sometimes can be yourself. So look deep inside and find love and compassion for yourself and live from that space, and I guarantee you the people who come in your life will vibrate at that frequency. That's how energy works. You have to vibrate in your life at that frequency to bring people in. Understand there is a transition period. Understand there's going to be a time when people are coming in and going out. Understanding that change isn't always smooth. Sometimes people might throw a fit when you're no longer letting them, prance all over you. But you gotta let people do what they gotta do, because you deserve to have this beautiful, loving energy around you. Can you imagine, when it's not COVID anymore, where you can go out and frolic with friends or go out and have a good time, or even if you're able to safely social distance, to be able to do things virtually. I got really excited this year because I started a book club, a virtual book club, and we were having a ball. So there's so many things that you can do to bring this sense of connection into your life. But what we're going to do luscious, love healing. And I want you to be a love magnet. I know in March we usually do money, so it can be like a money magnet. That's always fun to be a money magnet. You know, February's right around the corner, so let's get you to be a love magnet. Okay? That when someone sees you, they see what they can have in love, or that they want to have that connection with you if that's what you're looking for someone or from someone. Good job. So I'm just going to pull out any of these ideas or fantasies or longings for a certain type of energy, and I'm going to show you how to find it within yourself. And when you do that, when you take responsibility for that, the right love then becomes to materialize externally. Everything is energy going down, a gesture of manifesting into the physical. If you want love, you gotta start from the energy and bring it all the way down. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to slowly take just little strands of love and just place it over top of your head like that. And I'm going to smooth it down like this, okay? Just little strands of love on top of your head, on top of your crown, around the third eye and all that stuff. Just that energy, knowing that you are enough, knowing that you are more than enough, and just allowing that energy to flow on down, flow on down, flow on down. Okay, so let's bring that down. Bring that down. Bring that down. Okay. So, just feeling up here, I want you to have this feeling of, you ever met someone who just makes you smile and you're like, oh my gosh, there's something about this person's energy that is just so attractive. And for me, it's mostly energy. Like, I love a beautiful woman, but like the most important part to me when I was dating, I'm not dating, but when I was dating, was seeing someone who had just I want to use the word delicious, a delicious energy, something about them that just really made it so appealing. They were so fascinating. Or who doesn't like a good mystery from time to time? That is lovely, lovely energy. Anyway, I want you to connect with that sensation for whomever that is for you. I'm sure it could be a couple people too, like, I like this from that person or that from this person, whatever. And just start to feel your cheeks get a little bit flush and rosy in that sensation, in like the pit of your stomach, like, oh my gosh, who is that? And bring that to the forefront. I have to think about the first time I met my wife. I'll do it like that. Bring it to the forefront. Bring it each other. In that moment, you can see that the love that you have for yourself, the love you give to yourself, is the reflection or how you show others how to treat you, how to bring love to you. Don't trick yourself into thinking that you need someone to make you happy. You make you happy first, and the right person and people will show up. If you lead from that, you will get to the goal sooner than looking outside of yourself. I promise you that. I promise, 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 promise. Now that you feel very empowered, being the beautiful energy that you are, soothing energy, so that you can relax. Okay, I'm gonna go in. And just do a little bit of cleansing with some cinnamon, my favorite for grounding. Okay. Just breathe in and out. Breathe in and out here. And so, I really enjoy using cinnamon because it gives a nice sustained grounding burn, and it has a lot of strong root chakra energy, and so that can be them coins, honey. That can be emotional balance, physical security, just feeling protected, all of that. And so that creates a beautiful space that we can work with. Okay. Okay. Breathe that in. Breathe that in. Okay. Good job. Continue. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Okay. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Beautiful, beautiful. You are beautiful energy. And this is just a nice little healing relaxation for you to receive some unconditional love. Just remember, the universe has your back at all times. There's nothing that you can do that would stop the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call this energy, from loving you. There's nothing that you can do that would mean that you are beyond unconditional love. You are so beautiful, but you are so lovely energetically, and that's really what matters here. Having this lovely, 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 lovely energy, 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 and being at one, and being at peace, being at one, and being at peace. You deserve a nice, relaxing vacation on a beach or in a bed, you know. Staycations are for love. So you might feel like, hey, I didn't feel that good that day, but I showed up anyway because it's an effort of my love. Now, you make sure you're around people who can appreciate that, because I'm definitely one of those people who are like, stay your ass at home if you got a bad attitude. Don't nobody want that energy, but it just depends. And so the love is about that vulnerability, that consistency, that dependability, okay? Now, Venus is going to be in Virgo. It actually just got into Virgo July 21st to August 18th, okay? So you know what that means. That means that during this time, those loves in your life that have always been there, your day ones, that's what we're going to call them, your day ones, whether that's friends, family, love, whatever, or the things you're passionate about, you're going to just appreciate that so much. And let me not fail to mention, whatever, the most important love you need to have is for yourself, because you will look an entire lifetime for a love you're looking for that is readily available to you now. Don't give your love to somebody else when it's really the self-love that you need to give. Pour yourself up. I realized that the more self-love that I give myself, the more that the people who need me to give them love and they don't want to give it to themselves, they don't want to give it back to me, the more that they start to kind of like remove themselves in my life. And those who are filling themselves up and giving love freely just like me easily stay in my life, float in my life, stay connected without there having to be a feeling of possession, or there's a sense of freedom and things like that. And if you just let the universe, God, source, whatever you believe in, if you just let that energy float freely, I guarantee you're gonna get what you're looking for, okay? So it's very short and sweet. We do not have any retrograde Venus energy this year. At least something, right? But love should be, this is the best way I can describe it. My first memory of true love or what real love is when I was a little girl and I was in kindergarten. There was my kindergarten classroom was like around a hallway, and then you had to turn a corner to get to the front door. And my grandfather picked me up every day, and I think this is like indicative of Virgo, Venus and Virgo energy, or that kind of energy where even though I had to turn a corner before I could see him, real love is, as a little girl walking out of that classroom, excited to see him and knowing that 100% of the time when I turned that corner, he would always be there. Like, that is something that I pull from today, of knowing what real love is. To know that it does not disappoint you, that it is consistent, that it is dependable, but just that feeling of, oh, I'm so excited to see him. I turned that corner and he's sitting right there. And how at peace a soul can be when love shows up for you consistently. So that's my little Venus and Virgo kind of metaphor story. Now, best believe I went through life and made some poor choices. But eventually it circled back around. When you're young, you don't pay attention to that shit. You're just like, oh, okay. Feel free to share any stories of love that let you know that the love was dependable or there. Allow this to be a collective space. So And so you have to be nice to yourself. For example, if I look at, let's see, I'm going to choose something different. If I look at Venus, let me not choose a fire sign. Let me look at Venus in Pisces. If I look at Venus in Pisces versus a Venus in Virgo, oh, okay, this is good because they're astrological opposites. Those with the Venus in Pisces would have to do the opposite of what is natural to them to flow with the energy. Now, Pisces is known for flowing with the energy because all the signs are within that. But sometimes it can be a little bit difficult because where Pisces lives in the boundarylessness, lives in just the flowing with the energy, Virgo is very, let's call a spade, you know, let's call it what it is. And so that can feel a little bit uncomfortable for Pisces because Pisces energy, specifically Venus and Pisces, would regulate how it feels about love based off of this dreamy state it's in. So if you tell them to wake up, they might see it for what it is, like, what the fuck is this? But that's always a good thing because it gives that Venus and Pisces the opportunity to clear that energy out and to actually bring something in that will allow them to be dreamy, allow them to be romantic and whimsical and all that kind of stuff, you know? Okay. So, let's get into the healing session. Again, we can take a couple moments with the houses. Of course, if you know what time you're born, you can look to see what this Venus is transiting via the house. And how you would know is if Venus is in Virgo, you would look at your natal chart and you would see what house represents Virgo. And then that's the area of your life that it's kind of, you know, pinging there. And you can look at that more in depth too, but let's just keep it on the surface. So now let's get into the healing session. So I'm gonna get some cinnamon. Okay. Y'all know it's my favorite herb, is cinnamon. I used to eat a lot of cinnamon as a child, probably way more than I should have. But just breathing this around your energy. Okay. And cinnamon represents properties of grounding, properties of consistency. Oh, look, we got some Virgo stuff going on. Okay. Renewability. Commonality too, you know. Just allow it to be in your energy. Okay. Occasionally I'll do Reiki symbols or I'll do sigils. You know, if you know what a sigil is, essentially that's all a Reiki symbol is. It's just a sigil. Sigils are symbols that represent something based off of the intention that you put into them. So the Reiki symbols were created, and it is the intention that all of us practitioners continue to put into them that gives it power. Whereas at the same time, you can also make your own sigils and, you know, infuse whatever it is that you like. I've seen quite a few people enjoy making their own sigils. And of course, if you train with me, these are some things you would know. I like to think of myself as a very easygoing teacher. At the end of the day, I always try to take myself not so serious because, like, shit happens, you know. There's always growing and expanding. Okay. Now, let's connect with some love that is within the self. This love within the self should represent your ability to show up for yourself at all times, to never desert yourself, and to be compassionate when those things do happen, okay? Let's connect you by saying a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, but connect you to your higher self so you can fill yourself up with this Venus and Virgo energy, okay? And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer, my love? Okay. Just take a flow this energy down from the crown to the third eye and balancing it there, taking it down to the throat and the heart. See your true love in front of you. And your true love better be yourself. You can have love in your life, don't get me wrong. But you have to be connected to yourself first. You know, you have to know that you are above everything else and every person that you ever meet. So putting that in front of you. Because when you connect with yourself, you won't be looking for other people to fill in the blanks, and then you'll actually be a better person for other people. But putting your true love in front of you. Start to notice those little things about yourself that you love. Start to pay attention to how you show up for yourself. How you go to work, you go to school, you accomplish your tasks, you show up for yourself. And you've been doing it all these years. How deserving are you of recognition? Recognition, recognition. And I want you to give that to yourself. Say thank you. You can even present yourself with a nice little gift. But just say thank you. 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 Now placing your hand on your heart, okay? Start to feel the true love and power that you have flowing within you, and allow that energy to circulate, circulate, circulate through your energy. And don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Release, release, release the energy that no longer serves you. And just focus on connecting to the energy that gives you your highest purpose, your highest self, your highest sense of peace and understanding. Grounding that down in who you are. Bringing that energy closer and closer. Being in that moment with yourself. And surrendering, 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 surrendering to yourself. That everything will be okay. Everything's gonna be alright. There's never a situation where you will not show up for yourself. There's never a situation where you will not be able to find the right answer. But you've figured it out many times before, okay? So this will just be another day, another day, another day where you figure it out. And sometimes life isn't as hard as it has to be. Sometimes we're just afraid, and we build up things that then we have to conquer, instead of just flowing and allowing the universe to take us where we need to go, where we need to grow, and where we need to let go of some stuff. So we're just going to check in with your energy, just going back and forth, so that you feel nice and grounded for this very special session. The energy should be nice and calm, okay? Release any sense of lack or desperation. You do not want that during the session, or you will just attract something that brings you lack and desperation. We don't want that. We don't want that. We say true love, not just any old love, true love, okay? But we have to start, and I do mean but, we do need to start with understanding that attracting true love is not about seeking validation from the outside in. Attracting true love is falling deeply and madly in love with yourself, making sure that you have all your needs met, so that you will be open to the right scenario when it comes, so that your life is in the perfect energetic flow that it needs to be to receive the love that you truly want. You can't be desperate. You can't be sad. You can't be in a state of lack, because love that comes to you that way will only perpetuate that energy. You have to be at peace, acceptance, balance. Now, if you happen to just be like, oh, I'm going through it, it is okay. Take your time. Do not of times people get stuck in the same kind of love pattern simply because that's what they were born into. And a lot of people just think just because you're born into something, that's the natural thing, that's what you should be. It's not. It's not. Question and challenge everything. Always be able to change if it is not for your highest vibrational good. So breathing in here, I'm going to go in now with these Reiki symbols. Take 3 deep breaths for me. Okay. Okay. Now feel that over your energy. Feel that over your head. Feeling that all around you, okay? Balance in this moment. Be patient here with yourself, okay? Just relax, and I'm going to just shift this energy. Again, allowing that unconditional love to flow in the heart, and it requires nothing. You gotta release that idea that love has to be so conditional, that you are not allowed to have it until you have X, Y, and Z, or, you know, whatever that weirdness is. Just let it go. Believe me, it's a lot easier than you think because it's much more accessible than you think. You have an unlimited amount of unconditional love that you have access to at any and every moment of the day from yourself. And when you start to vibrate at that frequency, you then attract that energy around in your family, your loved ones, your friends. Even in a working environment, you'll bring that energy in front of you. But it starts with you. We have to remove the expectation that love is an external requirement from another person. We have to remove the expectation that love is an external requirement from another person. Love is a self-requirement first, and everything else flows. You want to know why? Because when you love yourself unconditionally and someone pops up in your life and they're still not doing right, you know what you do? You have no tolerance for it. You don't, because you know how sweet you treat yourself. That's why I treat you all so sweet, because I treat myself sweet each and every day. You know I do. Why? Because I'm me. I just like the way that I treat myself to be a reflection of how I want others to treat me, and then I can give freely. You know, I love to baby you all. You know, I love to nurture you all, to make you feel nice and grounded, because I show up each and every day and do that for myself. Because if I don't do it, who else is? Nobody. So seeing what quality energy comes around you. Because when you go at it from a state of just that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get love that's always pushing back. I know it seems like a little counterintuitive that if you want something real or you want something long term, that you should just have a good time. But this is what ends up happening. If you go out looking for something long term and real right off the bat, you will get something long term, and you really have to work on it. But what you really want is you want someone who will stay the course, or you want the people surrounding you to have beautiful, loving energy, and that only comes from having fun. So it's almost an element of surrender and trusting the universe. You don't gotta be in control of everything. Let it go. The universe will always deliver. Just giving you a little bit of tea, okay? Just giving you a little bit of tea. Just giving you a little bit of tea, okay? Balancing this out. So let me just work on this energy a little bit, and I want you, every time you exhale, I want you to let something go, something that is no longer serving you and taking up space, that you're just like, fuck this, I don't need this no more. You know, you gotta get to a point in life where you're like, I don't want to surround myself by that. And it's not just in a romantic sense. It's family, it's friends, it's work, it's all that stuff. But most importantly, I need you to hold yourself accountable first too. It's you. You set the tone, and your patience becomes very small for anything that is not at your caliber of love, because you know how nice you treat you, you know. And spoiling yourself isn't enabling yourself. Spoiling yourself is saying, whenever I have a sense of doubt, I'm gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt. And whenever I feel nervous, I'm gonna encourage myself. Whenever I need to take a break, I'm gonna be understanding, you know, just saying sweet words to yourself at the end of every practice. I always say, remember to be sweet to yourself, because that is it. The more that we're sweet to ourselves, the easier it is for us to be resilient in things. The more that we're harder, why couldn't you do this? Why didn't you do this right? The harder it is to get past. Just knowing that the things we experience in life literally can be exponentially changed simply by how we are talking to ourselves. Mind blown. So let's go down here. Just make sure this beautiful energy is in front of you. Now I want you to see in an energetic sense. You can add physical characteristics if you want to, but just see in how something makes you feel, a sense, your energy around, okay? I want you to sense this ideal person, environment, and things like that, and feel that energy around you. How does it make you feel? This is first and foremost coming from a state of balance, a state of peace. Allow their energy to work with your energy so freely, okay? And just allow it to balance. Allow it to balance. Allow it to balance. Allow it to balance. Now, I'm about to blow your mind. See this person in their life, okay? See how they're sitting in their life, thinking about their ideal person, okay? And your energy starts to pop up. Y'all better stop playing these games and get out here and just enjoy life. Your energy starts to pop up in the way that they feel when they see you, when they sense you, when they're hoping that they can find you, baby. Hello. And when you first meet this person, or the person is already in your life and you're going to connect on a different level, how would you want your first impression to be? Would you want it to be very hard and serious? No. You want it light, airy, and fun. You want them to see their forever person in you, right? So we're going at it from that angle. Imagine that you are in their shoes and they're just trying to get close to you. They're trying to get close to you, trying to get close to you. Just trying to get closer and closer to you. Is your life in order in the way it needs to be so that you can receive them? Are you no longer in a state of lack? Are you no longer in a state of desperation? Are you at a balanced place energetically so that when they see you, they see the best part of you? Not a because when you do that, you reflect out to them a stronger energy and a stronger beam that connects you two together. That's why the cheat code is you gotta fall in love with yourself. I've been trying to tell you since making them fall in love with you. But you also have to make space in your life too, so R.I.P. to some stuff you gotta just let go. People, situations, circumstances, most importantly, mentalities. If you have been hurt before, if you have been in, different kind of situations, whether that is love has always been troubling for you ever since your upbringing, you have to let that go, and it's going to be scary. It's going to feel uncomfortable letting it go because you'll feel a little crazy. Wait, that's how I always thought about things, da 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 da. Let it go. Because if you really want something better, it will never come from satisfying the fears of that. It won't. You have to completely let it go and just be at peace and calm with the love that you get now. It doesn't require anything. That is conditional love. This is unconditional love. So let's go ahead and root that all together. Root it all together. Root it all together. Root it all together. And I know that, we are for grown-ups here, but I know sometimes some kids are listening, and I will say that love will always be, and teenagers too. Love needs to start from yourself first. You're going to go on an entire journey in this life looking for it outside of you to only realize that it's always been in you. Babies, keep it in you. Keep your love, your energy, your focus in you, and you will surround yourself with friends and all kinds of people who will always make you feel great. And when you come across people who don't make you feel great, do not get caught up in trauma. Let it go. Let it go, babies. Let it go. Also, if anybody else would like to share maybe some wisdom to younger people in the comment section, please share it, because I know we all got a lot of stories in here. Baby. If I just sit and reflect on my teens and my 20s, what was I doing? But ultimately, everything leads you back to true love. And it's something that you work on every day, baby. You gotta date yourself. When you date other people, it should be like maybe 1/10 of what you're giving yourself. That doesn't mean give yourself a little bit and people give you even less. It means you do so much for yourself that even when you date other people, it's awesome and fun. But they're always going to try to build up to what you give to yourself. And the reason why you want to do that is because if ever for some reason it doesn't work out, you will not be devastated. You'll be hurt and it'll not feel so good, but you won't be devastated. That sense of devastation comes from that, lack, comes from the desperation, comes from the codependency. Release it, let it go. Fill yourself up and allow everything to grow. May I touch you? Okay, just relax. Okay, relax. I'm just gonna place my hand right there on your third eye, okay? And just breathe through it. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intention and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, and religions and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So I'm gonna go with the Reiki symbols. My sweet little babies, just to get us started. Okay, so sweetness, just breathe in and out and relax into this moment. Feel free to drift to sleep, drift to slumber, and relax. Or you can channel or go into a trance session here and breathe through this, okay? and relax. Be sweet to yourselves, babies. Be kind, be loving. Give yourself all this beautiful energy. Okay. And shower yourself in this beautiful gift of love, compassion, forgiveness, kisses, all that sweet stuff. And just relax in the moment. Now you know I'm paid in smiles and YouTube ad revenue. Y'all know I'm gonna be cheesy. I just do things to make you laugh, because when we do this work, the more that we're just relaxed. Let's just be relaxed, okay? So just breathe through this and just be yourself. So clearing away past pain and giving you a fresh start in relationships, in love, in connection. You deserve the love you are looking for. You deserve the beautiful peace and space that you need to develop yourself in a romantic and in a self-love way. You deserve all of these things. So let's just recalibrate your energy to that frequency that best serves your life force energy. And for you to fill yourself up with this beautiful energy surrounding you that is love and compassion. So let's just realign your energy, because it's like, so let's bring it back in, okay? Sweetness, we're just gonna bring this back into line, because sometimes when our energy is spread out too wide, we're all over the place. Let's just bring it in and just narrow it. We want laser focus on our understanding of this. So I'm gonna go in and do some past work, relieving any pain that is surrounding partnership, or those that have hurt you in the past, or if you have hurt others in the past. So going in and releasing the need to hold on to any pain that still lingers from the past. Letting go of the memory that no longer serves you, keeping the wisdom, of course, and release it onto its evolutionary path. And let it be, let it go. 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 Focusing on your energy, focusing on your vibrational frequency, so that you are elevating yourself to a level to be able to receive the type of love and support you need, and the level of maturity that's needed to receive it as well. So working through this energy, flowing in various directions and working it through. I'm going to check to see if there's any messages that come across. They are collective messages, one that we can all resonate with. And so they're very much so high-level messages. So sometimes they're just one word or a feeling or sensation, but something that we can all, as a collective that are tuning into the session, can benefit from. So I'm going to be quiet for a couple moments, but I'm still going to be here with you. And I'm just going to see if there's any messages that come across during the session, okay? So just breathing in here, relaxing. Okay. So it's actually a very cute message. It is like a cloud with you lying on the cloud, and the cloud is almost like your bed, and you're just, and the way I would interpret the way that it's coming across is you're looking for comfort right now. There's a lot of things that have taken you out of your comfort zone and you're just looking for comfort at the bare minimum, something that feels like home, something that will finally let you just put your bags down and relax. And so let's work on that during this session. It was so cute. You were so cute in those clouds. It's like, oh my gosh, that's so freaking precious. So let's just move this energy through and just work through layers, letting go one at a time, releasing and unzipping ourselves to the next part of us. It's like Shrek, the onion with layers. So let's just move it through and work through this energy. And I'm just going to slightly remove any lower vibrational experiences that no longer resonate with you in this moment. And I'll just help you do this as you release it yourself. Breathing through the space where you can find yourself again and you can realign yourself with the love that you deserve, with the love that brings you smiles, with the love that brings you kisses, with the love that brings you comfort. We're all looking to be comfortable. So allow yourself to be receptive to whatever kind of love that you need right now in your life, okay? And perhaps if you're on a journey and you're trying to figure out if the love is right for you, does it bring you comfort? Does it make you feel like a cloud, taking a nap with a cloud blanket on top of you? A fluffy pillow. And you could sleep for hours, Have you ever had like a snow day? And you don't have to get up and go to school. And it's just so cozy because it's cold outside, but it's warm in the bed. And you don't have to do anything except just lie there. And it's like the day has so much potential. That's what love should feel like. That there's so much potential. That it's comfy like a snow day. And that it's relaxing and peaceful. Okay, I'm starting to feel your shift now. And I feel pretty good about that. Just breathe through this. Okay, so what else? Okay, now, as I work with your aura, I'm gonna go ahead and say love takes time. It takes patience. The love that takes the most time is always the best love, the love that stays the longest, the love that you didn't even realize was growing for so long, so that it can stay where it is. And love is also multifaceted, okay? People are going to come into your life in, different durations, and they're going to leave whenever they're or you are ready for this energy to separate, and that's okay. Love doesn't have to be permanent forever. You're going to love a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to love you, and that is okay. And then you have a couple people that you'll go the course with, and that is okay. Just remember that the love you receive is always a reflection of the love within you. So any changes that you want to make externally have to come from internal shifts, and that takes times. It can take months, So now I'm just going to use some hand positions just to relax you. We've done all we needed to do. And let's just relax your energy at this moment. Sweetness. And just relax into yourself, into your body, into your energy, into your connection. And be patient. As we fluff up your energy. And just take your time here. Relax into this. Remove any distractions that prevent you from relaxing. Remove any distractions that prevent you from relaxing. And start to find yourself in this beautiful, comfy bed. Cold and snowy outside, and you're wrapped up nice and tight. And you're just breathing in and out. And there's no place that is more comfortable than this place and this moment. No other place you'd rather be except for right here, in this space and in this moment. And breathe in to who you are and what you want and what brings you comfort, and find that comfort. Understand that discomfort plays a role in the experience of the universe, but it is not to punish, only to point out, only for reflection. We're going to learn in different ways. So, take what you need and leave what you don't. Find the space to relax in yourself. Let go of anything that is no longer serving you. And connect with your deepest understanding of the beautiful energy that surrounds you. You are love. You are light. And you are courage. All things for the highest vibrational good. Continue to breathe. 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 And relax into this feeling. Well, family, you did a fantastic job. I enjoyed our session today. Please be sweet to yourselves, babies, and be loving and kind. During this Mercury retrograde and Libra transit, there is a lot of shaking up when it comes to the one-on-one dynamics that we have with others. And so this is a beautiful time to be very self-compassionate and very patient. It's leaving retrograde next week. You'll be fine. And that's when everything will be very direct. So pay attention to what you needed to learn, because there's always something to learn. And leave what you don't, Understand that everybody just like you is working through something. So give yourself grace, and you'll be able to be understanding what others need that too. So, you know me, falling in love is a lot, okay? It's not just the romantic side. It can be, but everything is so interconnected. So we're going to be falling in love on multiple levels, okay? Let's start with all of this love. As we are falling in love on multiple levels, let's start with all of this love that's surrounding you, okay? And then we're going to pull in this energy, this season of thing in your life, okay, that's taking up too much space, it's taking up too much room, it's like, and preventing you from just enjoying the love surrounding you. So let's remove that. Let's take that all the way out. Just inhaling and exhaling here. Release, relax, let it go. And as you know, babies, we start off our session with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and a collective so we coexist and we can think different stuff. It doesn't have to be groupthink. You can think different things and it's okay. But we're just together coexisting and being great, the way that we are. So, because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, may I touch you? Okay, inhale. Exhale, release. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, religions, traditions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. Bringing that energy back in and just getting us in the zone, in a vibrational state that's very balanced. Now, start to breathe that in. The last time you felt so connected to something and it made you just smile, breathe that into your body. Exhale, release. Again into the body, exhale, release. Final breath into the body, exhale, release. Now let it go. Okay, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And just be in this moment. Allow these beautiful smiles to fill the air. Feel your energy. Feel your movement. Feel your excitement. Allow all of these things to be. Allow them all to be. Allow them all to be. And relax into this. Relax, 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 relax. Relax, 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 relax. And just fall in love with the moment. Telling yourself you are so grateful as far down as the top. But actually, roots aren't really that deep. They have a couple of anchor roots, but really, the roots are very shallow, but they're very, 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 very far spread. And the reason for that is, if the roots went all the way down, okay, which is deep, 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 y'all are obsessed with each other at this point. If something came to knock it over, it could potentially snap the roots. But the wider that the roots are, the more sturdier of a base. So think of a triangle. Can you knock a triangle over? No. The reason why you can't knock a triangle over, because the base is so sturdy. So think about this. Make sure that as you are falling in love, there is room for both you and them to have their own things, to have your own things that you like, and that you can support each other from a distance too. So see this beautiful ball of energy expanding. Y'all don't got to like the same things. Y'all can have things y'all like in common, but it's more beautiful when there's things that maybe y'all don't have in common, but you can still be loving and supportive. That is the most beautiful gift a person can ever receive, a supportive partner. It really is. So start to see this ball of energy, this falling in love, being expansive, wide too. That you build things together, you build things separately, but no matter how far you get with this love that you have for this person, no matter how far you get, there is still this infinite connection between you two. And that's good, because you don't have to be all up in each other's ear all the time. It's okay when you fall in love, that's normal. It's when you're falling in love, that's normal. You think everything they do is cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Your socks are dirty. It's like, and then give it time, and then you feel like that's disgusting. You know, like it's normal. But it's okay also, because I'm a strong believer that distance makes the heart grow fonder. So, and also people should have their own things that they're working on, because that's kind of cute. And the word I would say is kind of sexy. It's like, oh wow, look at this person, they're just changing. And then you should change too. You know, you should enjoy new things, you know. That way you could be with somebody that's like, y'all end up being new people every 10 years. There you go. You don't need any more relationships. You got that one right there. And so that's advice for those who are already in love but have long-term love. And you know, the long-term love can get a little stale sometimes. That's okay, baby. Change. And then they change, and then y'all can enjoy it in a new way. It's like you're reminded of like when you first fell in love with a person, but then it's also cool because it's like you're a new person, they're a new person. You know, that kind of stuff. So let's just expand that energy out, bring it back in. Expand it out, bring it back in, and still you're both pulling equal weight into bringing this beautiful energy into the space and allowing it to grow. And what do we also know about plants, baby? From a seed to a big tree, that takes a long, 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 long time. So don't feel rushed. Trust that all those seeds you planted are indeed growing, because you're doing everything you need them to do. And it's fun to be patient. It's fun to enjoy the moment. You might have some expectations in your mind of what you think you should be doing or where you should be at in love. And you try to rush to get there, but don't do that. There's really no right way of doing anything. Take your time, enjoy each and every moment and every step of the journey. That's the fun part. It makes you young, you know, it keeps your energy just alive and popping. Enjoy that. Enjoy that, enjoy that, enjoy that. Breathe into that. Stay connected to this person, but allow them the freedom to live their life and you the freedom to live yours. Removing any anxiety or worry that they're not there yet or they're not going to be who you need them to be yet. Don't worry about none of that. You're already there on an energetic connection. Now all you got to worry about is just falling in love with each and every moment of the day. And that love, that is what brings you two closer. So the more you fall in love with the moment each and every day, the closer you get. Finding security in love, feeling safe in love. And this is all about this pre-shadow period, retrograde period of Venus and Capricorn, which is going to be impacting us from now all the way to the early March. And just to do some healing here, okay? So just to be mindful here, I'm going to start working on your energy already. But just to be mindful here, you could think of Venus retrograde periods. Well, first and foremost, Venus sat out this whole year like, about to get y'all. But it's actually going to be a bit different. You might have heard of the Venus retrograde as being times where your exes come back. Time for you to deeply think about where Venus energy and Capricorn energy meshes, because it is in Capricorn. And all of those things are important. I think the most important part is a deep reflective time. Hear this and hear me well. And this applies to all types of retrogrades. If you try to do the work during a retrograde period outside of yourself, it's going to look like a hot mess. But you will always be supported by the universe if you do the work inside of you. That's why during Mercury and retrogrades, you're supposed to be doing planning. You're not really supposed to be initiating anything. This is a time where instead of going outside of yourself, and now that you feel the way that this Venus and retrograde is going to make you feel, instead of quickly looking for a solution, sit and reflect on your feelings. We lose so many of these beautiful life lessons by being too afraid to just sit with our feelings. Protect your energy and protect your boundaries, baby. Okay? Not everybody's allowed in your space during this time. So if you do got an ex who's trying to creep on back in, you could be like, but protect yourself and reflect and grow, because this is a maturity of the soul in these levels of love. And the most mature sign we have is Capricorn. You know, Capricorn is Saturn ruler. Capricorn is about discipline, delayed gratification, maturity, you know, all of that stuff. You are safe. And so having that, you are safe. Energy there. So, what's going to show up for you, babies? There's going to be opportunities for you to think, what makes me feel safe? And also understand that the way we look at love does not just include romantic scenarios. We're talking about the way that you were shaped when you were born in your family. We're talking about platonic friendships. We're talking about being in groups, in collectives, and communities of people where you all share a passion for something and you have that collective love, you know. All of those different things will come up for your contemplation, for your clarity, and ultimately to understand what your soul needed to learn from those experiences in order to move on. So what you're going to be feeling is, or asking yourself, or the question that comes up is, have you ever felt safe in love? Think of a scenario or a situation if you've ever felt safe in love, where you know that person is going to love you back. You know that person is dependable. We got to think of these Capricorn themes. That person is dependable. Okay? That person is someone that you can not just see the moment, but can see a lifetime. Regardless of if it worked out or not, that's not really important. But have you ever felt safe in love? It doesn't just have to be romantic love as well. love. And that might be a reflection that comes up during this time. Wow. And if you're one who has never felt safe in love, your journey up into this point probably was, how can you create the safety that you're seeking in love? If you have felt safe in love, cheat code. If your answer was, I felt safe in love when I was fully loving myself, that's always the solution to everything. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. But for those who have felt safe in their loving connections with others, take inventory of the cycles you are currently on with the people around you. What's no longer working? What is working? What is no longer working? What is working? What is no longer working? What is working? You are free. So I have a rose quartz pendulum, and I just want to take this moment with you to just connect a little bit deeper. And we're going to explore. You are free. What's coming up for you? Free. So we're gonna go slow, free, and then eventually it's going to go faster. You are free. But open yourself up to the universe. Simply ask the universe, hey, universe, what do I need to learn? What do I need to learn? What do I need to learn from love? What do I need to learn from love? What do I themselves, but to support in another person's healing too. You are free. Okay. You are free. Take a deep breath in. You are free. Exhale. You are free. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe. Ashe, Ashe. Let me know if you feel a difference before and after the prayer in people's healing experiences. They like different tools that we have as energy healing practitioners, and prayer is definitely one of them. So you let me know in the comment section if you felt a difference. So I'm going to continue to hold this space, sweetness, and I want you to see how beautiful and sweet your energy is, and pull in all of that energy from the universe to your heart, to wrap it in a sense of protection and security, so that you are able to perceive the interactions you have in your life from a healthy way, healthy dynamics, not just from the perspective of you were taught that love looked this way, and maybe that wasn't the best love, but then you go out in the world and you seek the same kind of love, hoping that you'll always be able to resolve it. Just get off the cycle. Get off the wheel. And free yourself to a space where you can truly define and require the type of love that you, sweetness, need to feel safe. And that's going to look different to different people. You, my sweet baby, need something different than I do. And that's what makes things cool, interesting, and unique. If we all needed the same thing, it would be boring. But you won't be able to know truly what you need unless you let go of what you don't need. Sometimes we have those periods in our life where we have to let go of the things to allow us to grow into the things that we need. And then there's that time in the middle where it's like you're not that, but you're not necessarily this yet. You're just kind of sitting here like, that should be a beautiful time, baby, where you go out and you relive life and you redefine life. And you have a lot of compassion for yourself too. Hey, take your time. Don't rush into anything. Just take your time. It might be a little bit difficult to break old karmic cycles in senses of toxic loyalty, because the moment that you realize perhaps the way that you love is not the healthiest way for you, then you have to reconcile all of those loving relationships you have in your life, family, platonic, romantic, that you genuinely love these people, but the connection is not healthy. And that's why a lot of people stay in the cycle. So, always have compassion for if it's just not your time to leave the cycle yet. Some people will stay in it over and over and over again because they're not ready to leave. But if you're here, you're more than likely ready to move on. But also have compassion along the way that those around you may want to move on too, but they're not ready. And you cannot take them with you. When you redefine a love that truly makes you feel safe, you then offer those existing dynamics and relationships in your life the ability to lose some people that you love because they're not ready to let go of their karmic cycle. But understand, for every lower vibrational experience you let go, you open yourself up to higher vibrational experiences, people, situations, relationships. There are so many people and experiences that you haven't even met and haven't even done yet who will love you so much, sweetness, that you will love them so much. So don't hold on to toxic loyalty simply because you think that, no one will ever be able to love you in that kind of way. No. The truth is, there are those out there who are going to love you better. And that might hurt a little bit because you love the people that you are having to let go in this experience of feeling safe. But just know it's no hard feelings. When you move on, you demonstrate to them how to do it. And ultimately, that's the nicest and sweetest thing you can ever do to or for someone you care about. So a couple more breaths, relaxing into this moment, and finally release. Sweetness, if anything came up for you during the session, feel free to use the comment section in order to share that. Also, share words of encouragement to those who are in the community as well. You have been doing such a great job. You have been working on yourself. And this is a moment really to define a sense of feeling, like you can be safe in love. And again, we have to look at love as being dynamic. It is not just about romance. It can be, but romance, platonic, family, and even shared groups that you share a common passion with. All of those things make us to be who we are, and we should surround ourselves by energy that supports that. Well, family, I have truly enjoyed our session today. We are nearing the end of Nonstop November But Fun, and I'm so curious how it has been for you. A lot of internal transformations, I'm sure. And just to do a little bit of housekeeping, if you would like to be a part of our mystical self-care community, head on over to the Patreon community. That's Patreon, Reiki Healing Hope, and we will be doing a giveaway in December for our channel's birthday, and the Patreon members will get a spot in the 2022 Reiki Master Teacher training. So all of the trainings that are included in that is just something that has always been a perk of the Patreon community, as well as all of the things we've been working on before, which you will have access to, and all the things that we continue to work on week by week. It is just a beautiful, lovely group, as well as our energy healing circles. Energy healing circles originally started here on YouTube, and then it became something that is very beautiful within the Patreon community. It's so lovely to get caught up with each and every one of you each month as you are part of that Patreon community. Also, we have the weekly moon cycle readings on Array Tarot, which is available for you to, just see what's going on with the week. And we also have Reiki Healing Speaks, where we have Reiki sessions and we go over all of these mystical, esoteric themes, but just not in ASMR. As well as we have the Organize Your Purpose podcast, and by we, I mean me. Where we go over more, and by we, again, I still mean me, where I go over the entrepreneurial aspects of chasing your dreams and living the life that you want to live. So I am always grateful to be able to live this moment as you are setting this goal or these goals for Go Get It July, I want you to think, where can you go where love will love you back? So if you want to put that in romance, put that in romance. If you want to put that towards your goals, put that towards your goals. It's your world, baby. I just live in it, okay? Do whatever it is that you need to do. But really gonna go in, do some aligning, bring up anything that comes during this time, and then we're really going to, starting like maybe like next week, really jump into it. We're really about to get some shit done. So if you're new to the community, welcome. This is your nightly self-care routine, self-healing. I am someone who individually is very spiritual. Everything we do here, it's not religious. You feel free to have any belief that you want to, and feel free to have kind of the foundation to change. My background is I am an energy healing practitioner. My formal training is I studied religious studies. I have a degree in religious studies, and my family, specifically my grandmother, so if you read the description, she is the kind of the main person who kind of showed me everything. It was my first teacher. So now I get to do the fun stuff of sharing this with others. And even though this feels very mystical, metaphysical, esoteric, what I try to explain is it's also very interconnected. It can be about magic, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's the mind. I say that like the mind is the magic, and I don't mean like you're tricking yourself into believing something, but I think that, as we experience things that we feel like are like mystical and esoteric, I personally just think it is a part of the physical ability to do things that maybe science just hasn't caught up and we're just waiting for it. And that's everything that could be outside, but I think more important, the things on the inside. So if you want to change your life, you want to transform, you want to take something to the next level, you want to bring some peace into your life, you want to bring confidence into your life, it starts with mastering this first, and that lays the foundation for everything else. Okay, so hopefully I didn't like lay it on too thick. I'm just saying, be yourself, okay? And I'm gonna tell you right now, I change. I'm gonna keep changing too. Hello, I don't ever feel like there's a point in this journey where I stop and that I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna tell you what to do. This is your life, okay? You gotta come up with your own rules, and I just like to facilitate a space. So sometimes people are in the space and they just journal, or they just write, or they might do something that just makes them feel good, and that's accepted as well. And if you just want to go to sleep, because I know I listen to ASMR to fall asleep. So why not? But let's get into it. Like we're doing like life work, and that's what I'm realizing, that we're doing life work. But let's get into it. So we start off with a prayer. As I said before, it is not a religious prayer. The prayer itself is a channeling. A channeling is something that comes up in lineages, traditions, different paths, in order to connect to whatever you believe is out there or what you don't believe. It's not a requirement for you to believe that there is something out there. It's just you have to connect to whatever your understanding, complex or simple, that it is. You are opening yourself up to or something. It doesn't have to do anything except support you. So whatever you need, take, and what you don't, baby, just let it go. Like, don't even worry about what's for you, baby. It's for you. And so I want you to go where love loves you back. So we're gonna work today on channeling that energy so that you can be aware and you can be receptive to that, because sometimes it's hard to see, and it might be in certain areas of life too. And then I always like to do like little life lessons too, but let's jump on it. Also, if you really like my vibe and would like additional support, and again, sometimes it's mystical, sometimes it's just self-care, sometimes it's mindfulness, head on over to the Patreon community where we are this inner circle of collectiveness. And so that is support there too. So let's go ahead and get started with the prayer. I'm still reading it because it's still new. And yeah, so because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you? Okay. Just an inhale and an exhale. Just letting some stuff go. Okay, you ready? Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to the highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I'm really starting to love that. Okay. So, relaxed in this moment with yourself. Just allowing this kind of cool energy to just flow over you, okay? And just bringing it down, bringing it down, bringing it down. Because I want you to be in a calm state. Because I don't want any resistance as you go in and do that inner work. So today we work together, but it's up to you. I mean, you are the magic of consistency in order to break whatever cycle you might be in. Okay, so as we are working here and we are going inside, what I want you to do is just have a memory of something that brings a smile to you, or it could just be something that you like. Bringing that in and exhaling, having that moment and exhaling, just releasing and exhaling. Give yourself the freedom to do whatever you need to do. There's no right or wrong way of doing this. Just relax into it, okay? Now, I want you to think about where you go, where love loves you back. Specifically with Go Get It July, we want to be looking at things that are encouraging, because you have to have the right soil, the right foundation in order to bring these dreams and these goals into life. Because the only thing that's separating you from whatever a dream or a goal it is that you have is just being in the right environment. It's not having something that is so plausibly out of your reach. It's much was I willing to take? Prior to not having you and the community, what I would do was, you kind of feel stuck where you're at and you just have to deal with it. And I was like, oh no, baby, I'm out this bitch. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna have people talking to me any kind of way or undervaluing me or, just, stuff like that. I don't need that because I already value myself. Boom, left. Walked on out of there and realized that it was one of the best, brave, and practical decisions I've ever made. And it allows me to live out my dream of being a facilitator in this healing experience with you and the rest of the community. So it was one of the best decisions I ever made, but I had to change my mind and also understand that, wow, how many years before did I stay in show up each and every day as you work on yourself and do whatever you need to in the space. As you know, I'm paid in smiles. So at times I am cheesy and honestly corny. So it just is what it is. You gotta work with me and I'm gonna work with you. But a lot of that is because we deal with such deep stuff. And I think a part of the healing process is finding a lightness in things sometimes when you're so deep into something that everything just feels like it's weighing you down. But when we take this weight off, sometimes we look at life and we're like, this shit was funny, okay? Like how this all played out, you know? So as we start our session, we start off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you? Okay, go. So take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Just placing this right on your forehead. Just like a little kiss on the forehead. So breathe in and out. Okay. You ready? Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. So I'm just going to start by just relaxing you a little bit here. And so these hand positions are called Metatron hand positions. And so usually you'll see me in sessions just going back and forth, and that in general is just to relax you. But there's particular things that I will do that are Metatron hand healing positions. And so the plucking, the poking, the chopping, and the movement, they're just different hand position options that if you are energy healing practitioner or you're practicing on yourself, you can definitely utilize those to clear out the energy, as well as, you know, there's infinite tools that we use in our tool belt. So for all my Reiki practitioners, energy healing practitioners who are either a part of the certification or a part of the Patreon community, you know, these are a part of the many things that we're always talking about. Shout out to those. If you want to learn more, look at the description box, okay? Shameless plug. You know, we have a good time here. So just breathing through here. And so just going to start to move this energy through. And let's go ahead. Inhale. Exhale as I lift and let go. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale as I lift and let go. Final breath. Inhale. Exhale as I lift and let go. Good job. Good job, Glen Coco. And none for Gretchen Wieners. Just breathe in here and just moving through this energy. So occasionally I'll do readings of the collective energy, or if there's any insights that come up. You know me, baby, I'm gonna be chit-chatting, you know. sometimes we might be miscategorizing things. So we think it's one thing and really in reality it's another thing. Like you might think something is love, but really it's addiction. And that might just be the vocabulary you have, that what is an addictive quality or a trait of something. Addicted to a substance, or more appropriately for love, addicted to a person, or a set of dynamics that you have with other people. Regardless of what that is, always be able to be vulnerable enough with yourself to, take audit and make sure that the way that you love yourself and you are putting love out there in the world is for your highest vibrational good only, and for your healing, and just understand what was good for you maybe a long time ago is no longer good, and that's okay. It doesn't mean it wasn't good for you back then. Maybe it does, sometimes we gotta keep it real, but you just outgrew it, and I think it's okay to outgrow different styles of love, different styles of love, baby. Okay, sweetness, just breathing in and out here. Now I'm gonna do just some reading of the collective. Not feeling a lot of noise today, so I'm not gonna push it, but just breathe in and out here. Okay. All I'm getting is just to relax, and really it's more like relax into this moment of your life, not this moment that we're doing this session, but it can't be, but just relax into this moment of your life. Relax into it. It's like you showed up, it was like you showed up at your Airbnb, not like you showed up at your new home, and you put your bags down, and like, look, I'm here, and now life's like, get comfortable, here's your new home. And it's not like chaotic or anything, it's just like, get comfortable in it, start to take up space, because when you first enter into a new home, you have a lot of empty space, and then gradually you'll fill that space up. And so just take your time in doing that. But as we're working through this, we also understand that there's a lot of stuff that we have to let go in order to be able to receive that new space to build in or to grow in. And that's honestly, in a very loving way, just making peace with your past, especially when it comes to love. If there's something that you need to RIP and just, kiss on the forehead and say, it's time for you to go. You've been evicted. Like an eviction, you are for the streets. But if there's something that it's time for you to let go, and it is, even if it feels uncomfortable. So many times people want to be like, oh, I have to feel 100% confident going into something. Sweetheart, nobody feels that way ever. Rarely you might feel that way, but most of the time people will feel like, I'm not ready, but I know this is the right thing to do. And to trust that you will always figure it out, I think is really important for you to know. So use this moment and the moments that show up or have shown up to make peace with the past, to thank it for what it gave you during those times, to release and let it go, and to make peace with, you may not have this full new thing, but you have infinite, uninterrupted space to grow into, and now you can grow into whomever you need to be. And you can be the type of love that you truly want to see. And you demonstrate to others the type of love that you truly want. And you have healthy boundaries, which are very important. And it looks all kinds of ways on the outside. Some people might not like it. Some people might be so proud of you. Sometimes you feel like you're falling off, and then someone will tell you, hey, you're actually like really inspirational. And you're like, okay, because of the way that you're handling something, even though it's hard for you, you're doing the work. And also just kind of a rule of thumb, or just something to be mindful of, when we do light work, which is manifesting and bringing things into our life, our body has to be at a state of gratitude. So that's our vibrational state. When we do shadow work, our body has to be at a state of vulnerability, and vulnerability makes us feel internally, emotionally naked, energetically, yourself space to change. Sometimes people won't let you change, or you won't let yourself change. You know, I don't always want to externalize things and be like, it's something outside of you that's making life hard. Sometimes it's something inside of us, and then we're interpreting what is outside of us as making it hard, you know. So give yourself space, give yourself compassion, give yourself patience, give yourself whatever you need in the moment to be able to release the weight. Now, just allow the body to become lighter and lighter with each breath that you take as you exhale, letting go of something no longer serving you. And then rest into this energy that is you. And so we're just going to go through some movement here, and just some rest here, and some relaxation here, and surrendering to whatever this is. And you know, you're just rolling with it, okay? This is really a nice, relaxing, like just clearing, just like it is what it is type thing. And let's just let it be that. And so let's move that out and just let it be what it needs to be. Let it be what it needs to be. And take that movement in that space and relax into your own skin, into your own body, into your own purpose, into your own life. All of these beautiful gifts that you have and everything that you're building and who you're becoming, because I see this as a transformation of your identity more than anything else. So let's just move through this, and you learn a lot about how others treat you as a reflection of how you treat yourself. So the more that you give yourself the space to be loving and patient and just kind of, you know, go with the flow of whatever's popping up for you in life, the easier it is to make peace with how truly amazing you are and the miracle that you are. You know, you should never at any moment forget that you being in this moment is a miracle. You know, that you breathing in this moment is a miracle, and that you getting up and trying, and it doesn't really matter what you accomplish, just the fact that you're here in this moment, it's a miracle. And that's beautiful. Always see that, you know, you don't have to do much to know that it is a miracle that all of that is happening, okay? So I'm just gonna move through this energy, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do some Reiki symbols and some clearing. So just continue to breathe here. Okay. And going from that crown to the third eye, to the throat, to the heart, to the solar plexus, to the sacral, to the root, all the way down, back up to the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, into the crown, and just move that energy through, just back and forth in your space, in this moment, and just drift into this deep connection with yourself. And let's just strengthen the barrier and the boundaries you have, so that we can prevent any unnecessary just weight to be on you. Let's let that thing roll off them shoulders, okay? So we're just gonna go around like that to all the different parts. Okay. And just to move that through and find balance here. So I'm just gonna take a couple moments just to kind of catch your feeling and see what's going on. And first of all, it's creating a warmth, you know. And to me, that's a signal of like the beginning of something, like an initiation. You're starting something, or like a revving up, a momentum. So depending on what area of your life you've been trying to rev up, it's definitely starting, and you can feel it already. This is not new there's always opportunities to grow. And, we learn a lot by, rightfully so, finding compromise in spaces of a collective, of, partnership and things like that. But more than anything, you never want to betray yourself in love. You never want to let go of the love that you have for yourself. At the first and the top, you should unconditionally love yourself, and then everybody else follows underneath. Do not put someone else above you. And you'll know by the fact that you just won't accept certain things, even though people aren't like bad. Everybody's doing their own kind of thing. But if it's not gonna work out, it's not gonna work out, and you make peace with that. But at the end of the day, you have to 100% make it work out with yourself. You have to 100% show up for yourself. You have to 100% be loving towards yourself. And that's on period, baby. Sweetheart, that is on. You know what I'm saying? So take a couple more breaths here, okay? And good job. I'm proud of you, babies.